Hello guys, I am Arvind and this is continuation video of NumPy and it is part 6. So guys, in this lecture I am going to discuss a NumPy operation and that is sum function. So let's go ahead and we'll discuss this sum function. So guys, the sum function in NumPy returns the sum of array elements, and if access is provided, then an array is returned with the sum of elements along with the access. And we can also provide initial value for the sum. Moving further guys, and now we are going to discuss the syntax of this sum function. So here it is the syntax of this sum function. So basically the sum function has several parameters that actually controls the behavior of the function. Technically there are 6 parameters, but most often we use access and dtype. So let's go ahead and we'll discuss these parameters one by one. So the first parameter is array parameter and it is required parameter. So the array parameter specifies the input array that some function will operate on. It is essentially the array of elements that you want to sum up. And now moving on to next parameter, and that is axis. So the axis parameter specifies the axis or axis upon which the sum will be performed. And if we specify the axis value, the sum of elements along that axis is returned, and it is also an optional parameter. So let's go ahead and we'll discuss about axis. So the simplest example is an example of a two-dimensional array, and you need to remember that the axis 0 refers to the columns and axis 1 refers to the rows. So the first axis is axis 0 and the second axis in a two-dimensional array is axis 1, and for multi-dimensional arrays the third axis is axis 2 and so on. So for example, if we set axis equals to 0, then we want to sum up the columns. Remember, axis 0 refers to the column axis, whereas if we set axis equals to 1, then we want to sum up the rows. Remember, axis 1 refers to the rows axis. So guys, now moving on to next topic, and that is dtype. So the dtype parameter enables you to specify the data type of the output of some function, and it is also an optional parameter. So for example, if you set dtype equals to int, then the sum function will produce a numpy array of integers, and if you set dtype equals to float, then the sum function will produce a numpy array of floats as the output. So now moving on to next parameter, and that is out. The out parameter specifies an alternative array in which to put the result calculated by the sum function, and it is also an optional parameter. So now moving on to next parameter, and that is keepdims. So the keepdims parameter specifies the number of dimensions of the output, the same as the input, and it is also an optional parameter. So think about what the sum function is doing. So when sum function operates on an array, it is taking a multi-dimensional object and sums up all the values. Actually, it collapses down an array into a single scalar value. Technically, we are reducing the number of dimensions. And if we use the axis parameter, it reduces the number of dimensions by summing over one of the dimensions. So guys, if you use sum function on a two-dimensional array and set keepdims equals to true, then output will be in the form of a 2D array. So now moving on to next parameter, and that is initial. So the initial parameter enables you to set an initial value for the sum, and initial parameter is also an optional parameter. So guys, let me open up the Jupyter notebook and I will show you the working of this numpy sum function over there. So guys, now we are going to find out the sum of one-dimensional array using sum function. So that's why I have imported numpy as np. So now let's create one-dimensional array. So guys, I have created a one-dimensional array by using NumPy, and now I'm going to print it using this print function. So now if I run this script, it will give you a one-dimensional array 1 2 3 4 and 5. And now guys, I'm going to find out the sum of all these elements from the array A by using sum function. So let's use this sum function. So guys, I'm using this sum function to find out the sum of all the elements from this array A, and now I'm going to print this S by using print function. So now if I run this script, it will give you the output like this, and that is 15. And guys, we can use another approach to find out the sum of these elements. So let's use another approach. So guys, now if I run this script, it will give you 15. The sum of all the elements from this array A is 15. So guys, we can use this sum function in both ways. Now guys, we are going to create a two-dimensional array. So let's create that array. So guys, I have created a NumPy array of 2 cross 3, and now I'm going to print this array. So basically it is a two-dimensional array of 2 cross 3, and now I'm going to find out the sum of all these elements using sum function. So let's use sum function on array B. So now if I run this script, it will give you 21. So the sum of all the elements from the array B is 21. Now guys, if you use axis parameter in the sum function and set 0 to it, then it will give you the sum of columns. So now if I run this script, it will give you 5, 7 and 9. So basically it is giving 1 and 4, and that is 5. 2 and 5, that is 7, and 3 and 6, that is 9. And now if I set 1 to axis 1, then it will give you the sum of rows. And now if you run this script, you will get 6 and 15. Now guys, we are adding another parameter, and that is dtype. So let's add dtype in this sum function. So by default it is integer. Now if I set float to it, and now if I run this script, it will give you the elements in float values as a output. Now guys, we are adding one more parameter to this sum function, and that is keep dims. So let's add this parameter. So by default it is false, but if I set true to it, then it will give you the output in the form of two-dimensional array. And now guys, I am adding another parameter to this sum function, and that is initial. So let's add this initial parameter, and I am assigning 10 value to this initial parameter. And now if I run this script, it will add 10 to each number or element. So I hope it is clear to you guys, and thank you so much guys for watching this video. Just in case you liked it, do not forget to like and subscribe. I will see you then in the next video.